So get ready for a wild ride of musical extravaganza, potty humor, and more Canadian jokes than you could shake a hockey stick at. That's right, because I stopped off at the video store this week and I rented South Park. Bigger, longer, and uncut. So buckle in and hold on to Chef's chocolate salty balls as we join Kyle, Stan, Kenny, and Cartman as they take us on a wild ride that's even more shocking than Mr. Garrison's lesson plan. I'm Kevin Porter, and you're watching Video Rental Chaos. No! Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker! The series of South Park created a generation of potty mouth enthusiasts. The combination of swear words coming from these lovable Colorado kids, with kids today looking up God knows what on the internet, it's hard to believe that back in the day, TV shows like Jerry Springer and South Park took over the minds of most of us in the zeitgeist. Well, before you blame Canada, let's jump right on into South Park. Bigger, longer, and uncut. We open the movie in a quiet mountain town called South Park. We see Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and Eric Cartman, along also with Kyle's little brother Ike, embark on a journey to their local movie theater to watch the brand new film, Terrence and Phillip, Asses of Fire. Initially, they are denied tickets to this R-rated film. Well, cuz, they're like fucking 9. Now, finding a workaround, they pull a "Hey Mister" and a homeless man pays for the tickets to get the boys in the theater. Once inside the theater, the boys are treated to one hell of a show. This brings a new level to the swear word game, as they let all the kids of South Park know that they need to go see Asses of Fire right now. We are introduced to Wendy's new boyfriend, Gregory, who Stan is instantly jealous of. Once back in the classroom, all the kids have now seen Asses of Fire. They quiet down once Mr. Garrison comes into the class. This is when the 4 boys are all sent to Mr. Mackey's office for using some of the more creative words from the movie. All 4 of their mothers show up and demand to know where they learned these words. Eric Cartman, of course, is the one that gives Terrence and Phillip up, and this sets Kyle's mom on a rampage against the Canadian duo. The kids go through a bit of rehabilitation to cure their swearing habits. They're given the afternoon off to self-reflect, and of course they go see Asses of Fire again. This leads to a bet from Cartman, as he doesn't think Kenny can light his farts on fire. Kenny sure does light his farts on fire, and himself at the same time, and is then rushed to the hospital. Kenny dies. Oh my god, you killed Kenny, you bastard! As George Clooney botches his heart transplant. We think Kenny is going to be accepted into heaven, but is sent straight to hell. This is where we are introduced to Satan and his lover Saddam Hussein. Back on Earth, Kyle's mom forms Mothers Against Canada, or short, MAC. Terrence and Phillip are sold out by Conan O'Brien, as they are arrested as war criminals live on television. This leads the Canadians to retaliate by killing the Baldwins. Oh, the Baldwins are dead? You got that right. The United States of America then declares war on Canada. We learn through song and dance that Kyle's mom is a big fat bitch. Cartman is then forced to be a guinea pig for a chip that will be used to stop him from cursing. With the announcement that Terrence and Phillip will be executed live at the USO show for the troops, this will now confirm a prophecy, as the war is a sign of the apocalypse, and once Terrence and Phillip are killed, Satan will be able to invade Earth and take over for good. Kenny is able to communicate this plan to Cartman, who tells the others. They are unable to persuade their mothers, thus the resistance movement is created, as they must save Terrence and Phillip. Gregory takes control of this meeting and insists that they must enlist the mole to help them. Ike is then hidden in his attic, as well. His mom has gone crazy, and they are now rounding up all Canadian citizens within the United States. On their way to the USO show to save Terrence and Phillip, the plan is laid out on how they will accomplish this. Kyle and Stan delay and get Big Gay Al to perform another song. Cartman is almost done shutting down the power when Kenny's ghost appears again and freaks Cartman out. He forgets to shut the alarm off, and the mole is caught and killed by dogs. Again, the boys try to warn their mothers of Satan's prophecy. Before anything else though, the Canadians surprise attack the US and start bombing. Cartman is finally able to deactivate the switch and rescue Terrence and Philip. But unfortunately though, things are now falling apart for Mac. Stan is awoken by the clit and it tells him how to be self-confident and thus win Wendy over. He then leads the rest of the group to Terrence and Philip, but it looks to be too late as the US Army has found them. They form a circle around them trying to reason with them over why they cannot kill Terrence and Philip. Kyle's mom, being a big fat fucking bitch, kills Terrence and Philip, thus fulfilling the prophecy. Satan and Saddam Hussein show up. Saddam is quick to override Satan as all movie you really questioned his loyalty. We find out the only thing that will kill the demons from hell is Cartman using his curse words to shock them with the V-chip. Cartman then goes Super Saiyan and smashes out Saddam Hussein. Satan finally has had enough and casts Saddam back to hell. It is revealed by Satan that Kenny was trying to help him the entire time. He grants Kenny one wish. We see Kenny's face for the first time as he wishes for everything to go back to normal. The Americans and Canadians make peace and the mothers all reconnect with their kids as we all go home happy. South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut, started it all for me when it came to swearing it up like a motherfucker. I first learned of South Park during the initial first and second seasons on TV. So here in my town, we did not have Comedy Central on our basic cable package. But we did have access to the VHS copies at our local video stores. The scene in this movie where the kids first learn to swear from the movie was definitely me at 12 years old with the VHS copy. It opened my mind so much to the wonderful world of dark humor. When this movie came out, again, I didn't get to see it in theaters and had to wait till it came out on rental. My mom rented the movie for me, and the lady who checked us out was being a dumb bitch and tried to talk my mom out of renting the movie. My mom, being an old school hippie, straight up rented it for me though, as well, she was cool as fuck. I'll leave you with this on the 25th anniversary of this movie. Me and my little brother have two different moms, but the same dad. Well, my little brother's name was Kyle. Needless to say, his mom was a big fat fucking bitch, and I made sure he fucking knew it, as I sang that song to him many a times. And yes, Kyle, if you're watching this, 25 years later, your mom is still a big fat fucking bitch. So call me an Uncle Fucker and I'll see you at the video store.